It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. The big fella.
It's over. It's over.
And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They're going to try and throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, they'll throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. Room here to run.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 17 yards out.
And the Titans will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
He hit him earlier in this first quarter with his arm. Now he does it with his legs.
Right now, he's one of those stat stuffers that you see on the basketball court. You know, the guy with points, rebounds, assists, steals. One with the arm, one with the legs. Let's see if he can continue this pace.
And sending out the reminder that, yeah, look, I'm known for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And
he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over, because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen, and it turns into a nice positive play.
Second and 3. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. We knew he had the potential to give this defense fits with his arm, but he's really given them fits with his legs in this one.
Got tied knots, doesn't he? Because you can see the indecision all the way through. Because when you're defending an RPO and you have to have the proper assignments, that means you're thinking instead of reacting, and he's taking full advantage of that, having a big game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Going up top. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much from...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Hands it off out of the gun. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run. So now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Officially no gain on the play and it's 2nd down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he will have a Titans 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And Ali extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Can you believe the decision to go for two here? For all intents and purposes, this play could decide the Super Bowl. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Throwing Left side, it's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.